This next section is Israel committed adultery against Yahuah. This is Jeremiah chapter 3 verses 9 through 10. And it came to pass through the lightness of her whoredom, talking about Israel, that she defiled the land and committed adultery with stones and with stocks. In spite of all this, her unfaithful sister Judah did not return to me with all her heart, but only in pretense, declares Yahuah. So this is explaining about how they committed adultery by worshiping false mighty ones, demons, by worshiping stones and all these things. So adultery can also be idol worship, which is why idolatry and adultery really can go hand in hand, because idolatry really is committing adultery against Yah by whoring after something else, when you really think about it. The next section is King Solomon commits adultery by worshiping false mighty ones. So King Solomon committed adultery in the same way as the Hebrews in Jeremiah chapter 3 verses 9 through 10, which we just read, by being led astray by his wives, because he had a lot of wives, and going after the false mighty ones, Asheroth and Molech. King Solomon also marries females from lands that Yahuah forbid, and that's in 1 Kings chapter 11. So 1 Kings chapter 11 verses 2 through 6. They were from nations about which Yahuah had told the Israelites, you must not intermarry with them, because they will surely turn your hearts after their false mighty ones, after their mighty ones. I just put false because they're false mighty ones. There's only one mighty one, which is Yahuah, and that's in the book of Isaiah. I just put false there. Nevertheless, Solomon held fast to them in love. See, nevertheless, Solomon chose to still commit idolatry and adultery. He had 7, and adultery in this sense by meaning idolatry and whoring after females instead of Yah. He had 700 wives of royal birth and 300 concubines, and his wives led him astray. As Solomon grew old, his wives turned his heart after other mighty ones, false mighty ones, and his heart was not fully devoted to Yahuah his Eluah, as the heart of David his father had been. He followed Asheroth, the false mighty one, false mighty one of the Sidonians, and Molech, the detestable mighty one, false mighty one of the Ammonites. So Solomon did evil in the eyes of Yahuah. He did not follow Yahuah completely, as David his father had done. The reason that I'm explaining this for males and females, how both do it, is because it's not about flesh. It's about the spirit that's behind the man or woman manipulating them. And that's Ephesians 6:12. And I do want to say, because I see a lot of females in comments that say, oh, but the males do it too. You can't make that excuse. It doesn't matter what gender you are, and Yah does not care about that. It is about the fact that right here in Ephesians 6:12, for our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world,